North Korean leader Kim Jong-un stressed his country will never abandon the nuclear weapons it needs to counter the United States, which he accused of pushing to weaken the North's defenses and eventually collapse his government. Kim made the comments during a speech on Thursday at North Korea's rubber stamp parliament, where members passed legislation governing the use of nuclear weapons, which Kim described as a step to cement the country's nuclear status and make clear such weapons will not be bargained. The law included a provision that requires North Korea's military to automatically execute North Korea's strikes against enemy forces if its leadership comes under attack. Kim also criticized South Korea over its plan to expand its conventional strike capabilities and revive large-scale military exercises with the United States to counter the North's growing threats, describing them as dangerous military action that raises tensions. Queen Elizabeth II, Britain's longest reigning monarch and a symbol of stability in a turbulent era that saw the decline of the British Empire and disarray in her own family, died Thursday after 70 years on the throne at the age of 96. The palace announced she died at Balmoral Castle, her summer residence in Scotland, where members of the royal family had rushed to her side after her health took a turn for the worse. A link to the almost vanished generation that fought World War II. She was the only monarch most Britons have ever known. His 73-year-old son, Prince Charles, automatically became king and would be known as King Charles III when it's announced. India and China say their troops have begun pulling back from one of the key friction points on their disputed border as part of efforts to lower tensions in a more than 2-year standoff that has sometimes led to deadly clashes. The disengagement follows a 16th round of commander-level talks between the two countries in July. The two countries have stationed tens of thousands of soldiers backed by the artillery and tanks and fighter jets along the de facto border called the Line of Actual Control. In June of 2020, 20 Indian troops died in the clash with Chinese soldiers involving clubs, stones, and fists along the disputed border. China said it lost 4 soldiers. The U.S. Justice Department is preparing to appeal a judge's decision granting the appointment of an independent arbiter to review records seized in a criminal investigation by the FBI from former President Donald Trump's Florida home. Citing national security concerns and other factors, the department also asked the U.S. District Judge Eileen Cannon to put up and hold her directive prohibiting it from using the seized classified record for investigative purposes while it contests her ruling. U.S. officials are considering broadening recommendations for who gets vaccinated against monkeypox, possibly to include many men with HIV or those recently diagnosed with other sexually transmitted diseases. Driving the discussion is a study released Thursday showing that a higher than expected share of monkeypox vaccinations and infections are in people with other sexually transmitted diseases. Dr. John T. Brooks, Chief Medical Officer for the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's monkeypox outbreak response, said that the report represents a call to action. Brooks told the Associated Press on Thursday that he expects vaccine recommendations to expand and that the White House, together with the CDC, are working on a plan for what they will look like. Recapping our top story, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has now stressed that his country will never abandon the nuclear weapons it needs to counter the United States, which he accused of pushing to weaken the North Koreans' defenses and eventually collapse the government.
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.